Welcome to ATP Customs. Well, it's a very special Mustang day for you Foxbody freaks out there. We saved it. It is rescued. This is a 79 official pace car that was sitting in the back of a scrapyard for 20 years. We're doing a little recap here for, some of the viewers that haven't watched the other videos this week. So I made a deal on this car, I'm going to say over 5 years ago. Can't quite remember. Never got around to picking it up, and the scrapyard just kept filling up. And then once they got to about 600 vehicles, well, this thing was way at the back where my Belvedere still is. And we were in the middle of trying to rescue some of my vehicles during the forest fires that are going on. And I get a text message, and all the text message said was, "Good morning," with this picture. Now, if you were watching our community post, you would have already seen that picture and known that this thing was coming. But that was the only message I got, just good morning and a picture, and that meant come and get your car. So, in the middle of rescuing vehicles, Mr. White and I dropped what we were doing and went for a little 3-hour journey and went and got it. And it turns out, sorry about that, that's the air dryer for the compressor next to me. But it turns out that this one is a rare one. It is one of the 2,402 models made that had a 5-liter with a 4-speed. Only 2,402 of them. So they made over 10,000 of these, and I think it was 5,600 roughly. I can't quite remember. I don't have the list with me right now, but around 5,600 or something of them were 4-cylinder cars. Some of them were 5 liters with automatics, and 2,402 were 5 liters with 4 speeds. And yes, we have the original hood with it. Now here's something really odd. Normally I'm used to seeing a 15-inch wheel on these things. Well, apparently this thing, aside from the Thunderbird center cap it seems to have, I'm assuming that's a Thunderbird, but these have a 15.3-inch wheel, and the only company that makes a tire for it is Michelin. I have never heard of a 15.3-inch wheel. It has factory Recaro seats, and they're still in it. And it is a complete POS. It is rotten everywhere. And let's just go and see some more of the awesome rot. The floors are rotted right out, literally hanging out. The nice thing was, though, that when we pressure washed it, the water just ran right out the floor, so it dried off pretty quick. And there you go. Floors are hanging out of it. We will call that a subframe. It's not really a subframe, but it's totally rotten. Someone's repainted it at some point in its life. Looks like it was a Kelowna car, because we have Kelowna's best rock, the Lizard. Yeah, that was a channel I actually grew up with. It has the proper doors on it with the handle down at the bottom. Mr. White says he believes that was 79 and 80 had those. And it is just trashed. But it's complete. I can't get the other door open, but on the bottom here it actually still has the original Recaro decal on it. Oh yeah, there was an extra taillight in it that's still good. That's cool. It's a total piece of junk that nobody wanted. Nobody wanted this car. We have the, I'm assuming this is the original front end. It's missing the fog lights. And it is also missing the powertrain. So that means it's not original. That means we can do whatever we want to this thing. We get to redesign this whole car and make it the way Ford should have in 1979. Only using all of today's technology and tips and tricks. Yeah, we got serious rot everywhere. But I'm not too worried, because I've seen S&W race cars makes a whole front subframe so we can get rid of all of that garbage. And apparently these things are lighter than the newer Foxbodies. I am told by John over at Rondex. John's a big fan of this car. So, what are we going to do with this thing? Well, I think, because we are not ready to jump on it and build it, we have too much on our plate right now. So we're going to put this in the list of vehicles you guys get to pick from for this fall's projects that will be going in the shop for fall and winter. Like I said, I'm going to do a full video and walkthrough of all of my builds and projects, and you guys can pick one. Actually, we should probably do two. Yeah, we'll go for two. I'm already building too many anyway. But we'll narrow it down to two anyway, and you guys get to pick what we're building this fall and winter. And there's a lot in the pile, so you're gonna have some tough choices to make. But what I'd like to do with this build is I would like to make this build a combination of Mr. White's designs and my designs. We haven't tried that yet. Usually if it's my build, it's my design, he builds his own. We've never done a design together. So I would actually like to really let Mr. White run crazy on this thing, as well as, you know, some of mine. Mine usually involve something really silly under there that shouldn't go in there, and something really silly under here that shouldn't go under here. That's not Mr. White's style. So, there you go. We rescued it, finally. And now we're going to go park it till we can get to it. But it's home. We don't care. It's just awesome. I'm so excited. I never really liked these things when I was younger, but I didn't actually know much about them, didn't understand them. And now to actually see one on my trailer and at my shop, I'm so excited. Can't wait to build this thing. And yes, we have to make it a monster of some kind. There will be no slouch going under the hood of this thing. I just don't know what we're going to agree on for a motor. It'll be interesting. But thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe.